Hello and welcome to another video here at TopicEx. Thank you very much guys for subscribing, much appreciated. And I hope you're all being strong through this difficult time of yours. Today we're going to be talking about, should you really take your ex back? Should you really take your ex back? That's what we're going to talk about here, because you're going through no contact. It comes a time when they reconsider the relationship, and 9 times out of 10 they do reach out, have a little dabble, little dip in the pool, and it's how you deal with it then, whether you pursue getting another chance or not. But should you really take your ex back? Now, if you're in the raw of it all, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I say to you, should you really take her back? So you're going to bite my arm off and go, bloody right I am. I want her. And that's because you're going through so many problems, anxiety, depression, you're feeling low, and in your head, the only way to soothe that is getting your ex back. It was a complete shock, and it's totally understandable. You know the drill. There's no point me breaking it down. You actually know from other videos or from my other videos as well what's going on. This video is more 2-3 months on a no contact, and guys, if you're there with me, 2-3 months no contact, I've been 2-3 months no contact. At the moment it's 10 to 12 weeks, I'd say. I worked it out earlier, but this, when you get to this sort of stage, your head actually becomes a very, starts to be clearer. Your anxiety is more settled. You're more in control of your own thoughts, and you're doing well. Now, when they reach out and it all goes successfully, because you've done the work, you've got to ask yourself, well, it'll come a time when you have the talk. Shall we give it another go? But you got to ask yourself, can you cope with that? Here's why. If your ex left you for another person and you never heard from him again, you done a bit of begging and pleading, and they just backed right off into the arms of someone else, which devastated you. Let's not use that word lightly. Devastated you. Made you feel so fucking shit, like you was worthless, and you got depressing and intrusive thoughts going through your mind, and you can't concentrate at work, and you can't sleep at night, and you can't eat. Let's not forget all that, okay? Should you really take them back? And if you do take them back, are you strong enough to not throw that back in her face? Are you strong enough not to hear her phone text, or see her on her phone, or she's not back at Pacific time? You said your thoughts will automatically go to, oh, I bet she's with someone. I bet she's with him. It takes a very strong person to actually wipe the slate clean and put that switch on and start again fresh, and not think about the negatives, the thoughts of she left you for someone else. That's going to be at the back of the mind. And when you have arguments, are you going to throw that back at her? Are you going to be the one that goes, oh, well, fuck off back to him then? This is natural behaviour, guys. I mean, there's a load of people out there that can get back with an ex and totally concentrate a new relationship and forgive her. I think that's basically what it is. Forgiving her. And move on. And let me tell you something, I couldn't do it. No fucking way. You guys, if you can do that, you're a stronger person than me, I tell you, because that happened to me. Years ago, I went out with a girl for 6-7 months. She started working in the pub. She caught the eye of someone else. Her interest levels went up for him. Because I was getting paranoid, her interest levels for me dropped. And she left me for him. So what did I do? Done what my old man always said. Do nothing. No contact. So I didn't even beg or plead with this one, even though I wanted to. But I didn't want to give her the satisfaction. And it was horrible. And I had all the same feelings I had then, like I do on every other bloody breakup, anxiety, especially if I love them, and I did. Anxiety, depression, you know, but I stayed strong. Now, 3 months later of no contact, that was the longest 3 months of my life. I was just getting over her, and ping, she texts me, and that's always the way, by the way. You'd find you actually start to get over your ex and they pop up again just to fuck your head up, you know. Yeah, and so we talked about, and I gave her another try. Now, let me tell you, I shouldn't have done it, because every time her phone went, I thought it was that guy. Every time she went out and didn't come back on a specific time, I thought she was with that guy. It really, really fucks your head up. So no, I personally wouldn't do it again. I mean, I'm a bit older now. Maybe I can switch, but it's torture, because it went back to square one. We lasted 4 or 5 months after that, and we had another breakup. And of course, what happened? I was back in the gutter with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So that was such a horrible time. So can you do that? Can you be that person to give them another chance and not throw that back in their face? Really think about that. And if you do think about that and actually decide yourself, well, actually, you know what, I couldn't. You will actually find yourself getting over them a hell of a lot quicker. Because you've figured something out now in your head. So you're longing for them and longing for them and longing for them. But when you think exactly what they did, left you in the shit, ran off with some other guy, thinking it was fairy tale, she realised the grass ain't greener, or he realises the grass ain't greener, hence the other video I done, and they come back. They always have to have a knock in the road, guys, to come back. They always have to have an ego drop for them to come back. That's how it works. What about this? All right, think about this one. Okay, your girlfriend or boyfriend left you, not for anyone else, just because it weren't working. But a month later, they met someone else and started dating, and you're seeing it on social media. After a month, they're dating someone else. Now, 2 months after that, they reach out to you because it didn't work out. Now, you know they didn't leave you for someone. But could you take them back? Could you go, okay, well, I've been dating and you was dating and we've come back together again. Let's work on it. Because that's another thing. It's not as potent as the first scenario I gave you, but it's another thing with that. Could you start something new with that person, knowing that you had her before, she left you, or he left you, and she was with someone else, sleeping in their bed, making memories with them, and then they come back to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Would that be thought in the back of your mind to go, like when you're like, you know, in bed together, intimacy, would you not think about that other person? Oh, he's been here, or she's been here. Do you see what I'm saying? So ask yourself, should you or do you really want your ex back? And that's about it really, guys. And just remember, thank you very much for subscribing. You're all beautiful people, and I flame and love you. See you later.